Hello and good early morning from Walt Disney World. So it is about 8 o'clock in the morning and I've made it to Magic Kingdom. Most people pay attention to this section that they parked in as well as the row number, but I don't need to because I was parked in front of this beautiful dirt hill that has been here for years in the Magic Kingdom parking lot. As far as why I'm here, it is obviously to take advantage of Disney World as a popular search machine for content creation and subsequent monetization, but also it is Easter weekend, which is one of the busiest times of year, and I'm convinced that today is going to be the best day I've ever had at Magic Kingdom. I parked all the way back there and I am continuing my walk, like I just said, to the Transportation and Ticket Center, and after my day today in the park, I will walk back to my car, and I'm including this in the video to extend the video runtime and viewer engagement, and I can add more ads. I think what I'm most excited for probably today is spending about 4 times more on food than what it should cost probably. All right, I've made it through security, which should be obvious because you can't get into the park at all until you go through security, but I say it every single time that I come to the TTC, so I have to mention it regardless. So there are 5 ways to get to Magic Kingdom: the ferry boat, the monorail, the buses, walking, and taking a minivan. And I do not have enough subscribers and don't make enough money to justify that pretension, so I'm taking the monorail because it's arriving right now, which is also obvious because it's literally right there. It's a good thing that the majority of vlogging isn't pointing out apparent and obvious things, or I'd be in trouble. I'm jealous of everybody over there going to Epcot because they're going to be able to drink, and I have to go to Magic Kingdom because it's the most popular park, and that's what people are searching for on Easter weekend. I made sure to push past people to get to the door so I could film the arrival of the monorail in Magic Kingdom, even though I've seen it hundreds of times probably at this point. Alright, so I've made it off of the monorail and I'm heading to the front entrance of Magic Kingdom because where else would I go, right, if I want to go inside the park? I know that I tease this a lot, but I really should consider starting a Patreon or a channel membership for my really acute theme park observationalist narrative. So Magic Kingdom opened up at 8 o'clock today and it's about 9 o'clock now, but I'm probably going to be putting rope drop in the title just because that attracts more attention. Also, I'll definitely have some capital letters. The Dapper Dans are performing right now. The omnibus just went down the street. I am so glad that I got here right as everybody else is in the morning. So I decided to take the trolley up to the castle because I just really didn't feel like walking. So this is great because now I can be like, wow, this is something that I haven't done before, haven't done in a really long time. So it's really cool and fun. And there's the omnibus over there, and I've done that before. And then I can maybe like link that video in the description or the comments down below or something irrelevant like that you probably won't do. I'm pretty bummed because I'm hungry and there's nothing like substance that's open right now. Casey's Corner isn't open, the ice cream parlor isn't open. What am I supposed to get for breakfast? There's the castle over there, which I need to remember to take some sort of like ridiculous thumbnail in front of with Photoshop. If that cart is open over there, I might head over there to get some breakfast, I think. Charlie's loading up to head back down Main Street, which I do regret taking because I could have walked faster, but it looks like I'm in luck over here at this cart. All right, so I ended up getting a delicious breakfast over here of a Mickey Premium Bar and a savory Mickey Pretzel, 2 of the most iconic breakfast foods you can get. I had to find a trash can so that I could put the camera on it so I could eat these and talk about them for tax write-offs. So the pretzel tastes like dough that's been baked. On the Mickey Premium Bar, tastes like vanilla that's been dipped in a hardening chocolate. There's a hair on there. Awesome. I'll probably end up throwing away a majority of this because as long as I took a bite and I reviewed it, then as far as you know, I finished the entire thing, right? Whoops, I dropped my cheese. Also, this is making me pretty thirsty, and instead of getting a $6 bottled water, I might use an actual public fountain. All right, so I finished my 9 o'clock in the morning Mickey Premium Bar and Mickey Pretzel, and I was going to walk through the castle, but I can't because they are setting up for Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair, so essentially, Mickey Mouse ruined my day at Disney World. That's what the title should have been. So what I'm doing is inarguably the best possible way to start the day at Disney, pretty much at rope drop as soon as you can. I'm heading over to Hall of Presidents. This is a very popular attraction, so it's important to try to do this as early as possible when it's busy. Okay, good. I beat the rush of people to get into this next show, hopefully soon. Honestly, I can't believe that there aren't more people in here right now. So the show's about to start. And I definitely could read every single one of these to, again, elongate this video, but I don't have time. I have to head inside the theater. So I actually got here like a minute after the last show started, so I waited about half an hour, and I'm glad that I did, because look at all these people in here. wish that I could do that again, but I do want to do some other stuff too today. So heading outside and onto my next activity. So now what I think I'm going to do is head over to ride the best ride in the park before it gets too busy this morning. But I will be coming back here probably a little bit later, either Frontierland or Main Street, to catch the parade. So the Haunted Mansion line starts all the way back here, so that's pretty tempting to ride that. Also, the Barrel Bridge is back over on Tom Sawyer Island. I'm not really the biggest fan of Tom Sawyer Island, so I'm not going to be going over there. This is very tempting though, but I want to prioritize other rides. And of course, the ride that I'm talking about is over here in Fantasyland. It is one of my absolute favorites. And of course, the ride that I'm talking about is It's a Small World. Look at that, it's only a 30-minute wait. The line is fully extended. Absolutely, yes. Okay, I made it down the 5 back and forths, down and backs, switchbacks, whatever they're called. And getting closer, at least. The clock is opening. Okay, I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm at least on the bridge now. Head down to the boats behind the clock tower over here. I'm actually a little bit concerned that I might be waiting less than the posted wait time, which that's not cool. I want to spend as much possible time in the queue as I can so I can really just enjoy and take in all the entertainment that the queue offers. And if I am not waiting that long, then I really feel like I'm being just gypped. Okay, I'm in the front row, which is at least a compensation for that. But I'm in a yellow boat, so that stinks. Kids up here with little signs that say touch your nose and make a silly face.
Please remain seated.
But I'm not gonna do it. I think I should probably just talk nonstop on this ride to disturb all the people behind me and around me, because the commentary that I provide is much better than the ambient experience of the attraction itself, right? Well, like the little guy up there, he's like just yodeling. I don't know, it's just funny. That's my new favorite attraction in animatronic. It also makes for a quicker editing process for myself, because instead of just filming the entire 10-minute ride and then editing that later on, I can just use the parts where I talk. This is the part of the ride where I can point out an animatronic that's very popular and already has a pretty wide social media relevance, which is that hippo, and then talk about it, adding to the conversation, even though I'm not really contributing anything. Now I can change my mind and be like, those are my favorite animatronics on It's a Small World. Because I can just do that. I can change my mind whenever I want about a Disney attraction. Then I can forget what I say because I edit this, upload this, and then forget everything. I change my mind again. That's my new favorite animatronic because it looks like the DNA character from Velocicoaster. Whoa, ladies, calm down. Look at this one over here. That one's shaking it. Wow. Who are these guys? Perry the Platypus. And now this is the finale room, which you can tell because they're singing in English and I can actually understand what they're saying now. I had to leave in the main course there because this video needs to be recognizable and comforting to people that watch this for the sake of nostalgia. I was trying to time it where my boat would be in front of the clock tower by the time we came to the station, but that is not going to happen. So basically, my Disney day is completely ruined. But also just kidding, because literally any day Disney is the best day ever, right? That's what you're supposed to put on Instagrams and blog posts. Okay, so I have a decent amount of time before the parade starts, so I think I'm going to go ride the best roller coaster in the park. And to get there, I'm heading this way through Fantasyland. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about, but I have to sort of elongate the process just to kind of tease it a little bit. And that attraction is, of course, obviously going to be Barnstormer. I would only ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train if I could purchase an individual lightning lane for this, just to prove that I can spend money to make content and that I'm too impatient to wait in line. But there are no lightning lanes left. Also, this is only a 90-minute wait. This would only be worth it to actually wait in line for it if it was like 2 hours or 3 hours. Because the longer the wait time is posted, the shorter the wait actually is. So if this was posted at a 3-hour wait, there's no possible way that I'd actually wait 3 hours in line. That would be impossible. So we'll come back here a little bit later because there's something over there that I noticed, but I'm only going to tease it so you have to continue watching the rest of the video until I mention it again. But I'm heading over here to Barnstormer, and I only pan past that because of the kinetics, and I waited for this to come out of the ride station just so I could record this clip. And this is a video of me walking this way and pointing the camera towards myself because as a vlogger I do have to show my face every once in a while. So I could head into Big Top Souvenirs to unnecessarily show every single treat that they have, but I'm heading to Barnstormer because again, this is just the best roller coaster in the park and I am willing to wait for it. It's currently posting a 25-minute wait, which I'm a little bit nervous it's going to be actually less than that because the line redirects right here. All right, I'm getting a little bit closer. I think that this might actually be a 25-minute wait. This parade should be stepping off here in just a minute. I've always made actually to the front of the line. So I'm a little bit disappointed because it was posted to be a 25-minute wait, and I waited about 23 minutes or so, maybe 24 by the time that I actually get into the vehicle. So I'm sitting in the back row, about to make it up to the very top of the lift hill up here. Woo-hoo! I have to video myself reacting to this so you can see that I'm having a good time. Woo-hoo! Whee! I have to go wee and whoa! Whoa! And go whoa, like I'm surprised, like I haven't ridden this long. Whoa! See, I have to like make sure I put on this image of excitement and fun, which it is, but I need to do that so that it's more engaging visually and exciting to watch and participate in as a POV. But now I'm getting off of the Barnstormer and heading over to get the best spot for the parade that I possibly can. The parade starts over in Frontierland, so I'm going to go to Main Street just to try to make sure that I can see it, but also be coming back to Tomorrowland to have some lunch at probably the best restaurant at Magic Kingdom. The train just pulled into the station, so an option could be to take the train to the Main Street station, watch the parade from there. But as I've established, I am so fast at walking. Walking is better than any other form of transportation. The Tweedles are over here meeting in front of the Mad Tea Party, which is pretty interesting, but I know better than to wait for rare characters in Magic Kingdom. I'll have another chance. See, there's the parade right there. So the trick with watching a parade at Disney, you want to be as far away and far back as possible. So preferably behind like a tree or something, or maybe like a lamppost. Got to make sure there's plenty of kids on shoulders in front of you, obscuring your view. That's the best way to experience a Disney parade. There are performers that are on the ground that I cannot see at all right now, so that's great. I don't know what to say now because I thought about what I was going to say for the next float, but I don't know what I'm going to say for this float. What I wanted to say about this float is that really the coolest part about it is the fire, so you definitely want to make sure that you showcase that when you're recording it and you don't cut out the fire. Also, you want to have a stagnant lens so you can't really zoom in on anything to make it more interesting rather than just being this stationary shot. There goes Mickey and Minnie as the parade finale float, because who else would they put at the very end of the parade but Mickey and Minnie Mouse? So I did put in a mobile order, and I said that I was here before I was there because I'm sure that that's incredibly considerate for the people at the restaurant. I'm going to Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. See if this actually works out perfectly because I'd prefer for my food to be sitting underneath a heat lamp while I walk across the park to go and pick it up. Okay, so now I need to try to find a table with as many seats as possible just for myself. So I am at the best restaurant in Magic Kingdom, and this is what I ended up getting. I got a cheeseburger, and I'm going to point at everything, even though you can clearly see what's on my tray right now. So this is a bacon cheeseburger. I got fries, I got lettuce and tomato. These are pickles and onions, and then I ended up getting every single condiment. So I got mayonnaise and mustard and ketchup and barbecue sauce and ranch dressing, and then I got a Coca-Cola because I want to stay hydrated. All right, time to eat my burger. That tastes like $18.93. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Look who it is. Hello. It's Yellow Rabbit and Pooh and Tigger meeting over at Thoughtful Spot. So all of those characters are meeting over in Thoughtful Spot when it's normally just Pooh and Tigger. Look at this lightning lane line for the teacups. This is cool. Also, the Winnie the Pooh ride is down, and this gives me my opportunity to point out something that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Disney's operational expectations. So I do need to mention my review of the burger because that is how tax write-ups work, right? So it was both good or bad depending on my mood and appetite, and then it both exceeded and then didn't meet my expectations depending on what burgers you do and don't compare it with. But definitely do not take my personal palate into consideration because why would that matter with a subjective theme park food? The line is suspiciously short for the carousel right now, so I am definitely not doing this. Okay, I'm heading back this way between It's a Small World and Peter Pan's Flight so I can point out something about the crowd level over here and how busy it is. Wow, look at that wait time for Peter Pan's Flight. That's crazy. Okay, but I'm heading over to Frontierland now because it's really the only land that I haven't really chastised. Wow, look at this line for Haunted Mansion, etc. So I'm walking on this boardwalk to get to Splash Mountain. I'm sorry, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But there's Big Al over there, and I need to put a character in the thumbnail. I totally could have just recorded Big Al and made it really awkward by talking from behind the camera, but I decided to go and just get my selfie. It's okay. And then of course over here by Country Bear Jamboree is Liverlips. Okay, I did it. I got a picture with Liverlips, who's running back over to Big Al right now. Liverlips, Romeo McGraw, whatever his name is. This used to be a candy shop over here. As evidenced by the window, there's not even a doorknob anymore over by the store. So I don't know if this is going to ever reopen. You better believe though that when it does reopen, I will be the first person in that store to record all that candy. But now it's time to see the construction progress of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Already I'm offended because they're not testing it right now. They have been testing it with riders, with Imagineers, but the water is dry. They did put up these signs. We are ride testing only, opening this summer. Well, tell me a date so I could be here opening day. From what I can tell though, I don't know anything at all about this ride. I'm a little bit disappointed though in Thunder Mountain because I was expecting the line to be all the way out into the street, and for the most part, it's pretty well maintained. What? Something that is sort of new though is the walls are down over here, and they have all these boxes. There's a bunch of trees over here and other shrubs and plants and bushes. There's this box right here. And yeah, wow, look at this. Very exciting stuff. Just watching underneath the train station over here. There's the mural back there. This is going to be the queue. Some of this is new. It's all new to me, at least. And if it's new to me, it's definitely worth showing. Never noticed this picket fence up here. There's some pretty flowers over here. What used to be the briar patch, which that's cool if you're into that, I guess. I would have preferred thorns because I love Splash Mountain. I just can't get over how fake these cypress trees look. Not to mention these logs. They don't have logs in New Orleans, in Louisiana. So I'm thinking about heading over here to Adventureland to get a Dole Whip, but I don't know, it's one of the worst snacks probably on Disney property. I could definitely ride a ride over here in Adventureland, but there's really no point because this video is already almost 20 minutes long, so I am getting in line to get a Dole Whip, pretty much so I can put it in the thumbnail. So there it is, the swirl, vanilla, pineapple, Dole Whip float. Someone's playing the pirate game. Even though I was trying to film my Dole Whip float, they made this way too big. By the way, it's melting just so fast. It's very inconsiderate how large they made this for the price that I paid. So look at this, it's melting just everywhere. Just shot a cannon. It's all right. Maybe I would get this on like a cold day, but like on a really hot, crowded day like today, I don't know. This is the choice snack. I could do Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse and pretend like I know what I'm talking about, even though I've never seen the movie before. But I think I'm okay. I don't really feel like stairs. I'm more of a people mover person anyway. Jungle Cruise is a 75-minute wait right now, which is probably more like a 5 to 10-minute wait because I've never waited an excessive amount of time in that line before. All right, I'm heading out of Adventureland. Now I could totally go over to Club 33, definitely with the connections that I've gathered and maintained since my channel started growing in 2020 and totally didn't stagnate. Over here across the bridge are Mr. and Mrs. Bunny meeting for the Easter weekend. You can see the bunnies over there, but again, I'll reiterate that I don't think it's worth it to take pictures with rare characters because what's the point? I can't believe that I wasted my time over there with the bunnies when Let It Go is being performed on the castle stage over here. Let the storm rage on! The cold never bothered me anyway. Totally did not put my camera up and block everybody else's view. I tried to film it because I'm a vlogger. All right, so now I'm heading out of the park because I've ridden some rides, I've seen some shows, I met some characters, I ate some food, and I've made a 20-minute long video, which is all I really need to do, and I don't need to stay more than a couple hours at a theme park. Getting here a little bit after breakfast and then leaving a little bit before lunch is just the perfect way to do a Magic Kingdom day. Plus it's getting pretty hot and it might rain, so I need to get out of here because I don't want to be inconvenienced or uncomfortable. Something that I could definitely do is go into the Emporium and just unnecessarily show 30 minutes worth of merchandise that probably 1% of people watching this are actually interested in, but I just don't feel like it. You know what, I changed my mind because I want to appeal to everybody. Wow, look at this sweater. Holy crap, these are Crocs with Disney snacks on them. I love Crocs so much. A Little Mermaid bubble wand. I need 100 of these. You've got to be joking me. Minnie Mouse ears. All of this merchandise with the year on it. And Dasani, this is crazy. There was way too much merchandise that was a completely reasonable price in there. I couldn't handle it anymore. There's the train coming into the station, which I totally, again, could have taken this as a very reasonable and efficient method of transportation today, but I decided not to. And now I am walking over to the monorail to go back to the parking lot, which should be obvious, right? It's important to be inconsistent about when I decide to end a video during my vlogs, because hey, sometimes I'll end them at the park, sometimes I'll end them back at the parking lot. And here's my monorail back to the transportation and ticket center. Could I have taken the boat? Yeah, but I didn't. It's because it's Easter weekend. There are plenty of Easter eggs on display at the various resorts. There was also an Easter parade at Magic Kingdom, but I don't really feel the need of to check that stuff out. This is the construction status of the new tower in between the Polynesian Village and Grand Floridian, and I think it looks incredible. I'm glad that I brought this, but I wish that I used it more to reinforce and reward people that watch this channel and have for a while. This establishes a commitment with a seasoned subscriber base that I appreciate, but I'm heading over there to that dirt mountain because I parked somewhere over there that I don't know because I didn't pay attention to it. But that's okay, I'll find it at some point. So thank you for watching this video, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting. That was the most fun day I have ever had over at Magic Kingdom. If only there was some significance about the day that this video was uploaded. but I don't think so. So I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.